Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. I am Missy Renee, and here we talk about manifesting and how to do it, how to properly apply it, so that way you can have the life that you've always dreamed of. So this video is going to be the first of many, and I'm going to specifically create a playlist that is going to be all of the fundamentals of manifesting. And so this will be number one. And this was number one because it's the most crucial to understand if you want to manifest and do it correctly, the way that Neville Goddard taught. So for those of you that are new here, I am an avid follower of Neville Goddard, and a little bit more about me, excuse me, and a little bit more about me. I have been practicing manifesting for the last 10 years. I have studied everything out there that there is to study. I have read all of the books. I have scanned all of the websites, all of the forums, all of the YouTube videos. I've studied all of it. And I will tell you, Neville Goddard, hands down, has been the highest success rate at almost 100%, if not 100% of the time, I'm able to manifest using his techniques. So that's what I'm going to be teaching on this channel, because I want you guys to be able to avoid the years of frustration that I had to deal with figuring it all out. So in this video today specifically, we are going to go into the mind and how the mind works to manifest. And this may be a bit much. I'm going to try to break it down into the smallest bite-sized pieces for all of you to understand, but feel free to leave any questions that you have in the comments below, and I absolutely will answer as many as I can. I want you guys to be able to grasp this. My goal at the end of all of this is to spread this truth that I've found that has completely changed my life in ways that it would take forever to explain. I could write a book on how my life is transformed because of these teachings, and I feel not enough people out there are aware of this. And instead, we have a lot of these mainstream law of attraction coaches that are preaching a bunch of fairy dust, is the best way to describe it. It's fluffy, it's catchy, it's cute, but it doesn't work, or it's really confusing the way that they put it and the way that they explain it. It's not that every law of attraction coach is off center, it's that there are a lot of misconceptions going around, and those misconceptions can hold you back. They can take time out of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm here to try to clear all that up. I'm here to spread the word of Neville Goddard, because by far he's been what's worked for me and thousands of other people. I mean, you can look up the testimonies out there. It's ridiculous how many lives he's changed. So getting into it, we are talking about the mind and how to manifest. This is going to be the how does it work video. So a quote from Neville Goddard to start this all off, and I'm going to be reading off of my handy dandy sheet here. I'm going to be cheating a little bit because it's a lot. It's both front and back. And that's only one of a couple pages that I've got. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. But to quote Neville here, the world and all within it. The world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness objectified. The world and all within it is man's conditioned consciousness objectified. What does that mean? Well, everything that you're experiencing is through your consciousness. So the biggest point that Neville tried to get across was that your consciousness creates your reality, and your imagination creates your reality. What you are aware of, what you assume to be, will be. And that's like the broadest way that I can describe it, but we're going to go in a little bit deeper. Neville said that consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively speaking, but literally. Consciousness is the one and only reality. So your consciousness is all that exists in your universe. And for the sake of clarity, we're going to dive into the two minds, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and how these two minds create your reality. Because in order to successfully operate the ability to manifest, you need to be able to understand the relationship between the conscious and subconscious mind. So your conscious mind is your creative mind. That is the mind that is connected to your personal identity, your spirituality. The conscious mind is what makes all of us unique. Everyone has a unique conscious mind. That's the one that says, I am so-and-so. I am Missy Renee. I am Bill Gates. You get the point. One very important distinction about the conscious mind is that it is very personal and selective. What this means is basically your conscious mind is the one that when you are trying to affirm something, this is where a lot of people will get caught up with affirmations, or this is the hiccup that I found with a lot of people with affirmations and intentions. Your conscious mind is selective. It acts almost as a gatekeeper to the subconscious mind, and we're going to get into the subconscious mind in just a second. But this is really important, so pay attention and take notes. Your conscious mind is very personal and selective, and if there are thoughts that go in that your conscious mind disagrees with, it's gonna try to knock those away from the subconscious. And here's why it's super important. Your subconscious mind is your programmed mind. It is your habit mind. It is your non-selective and impersonal mind. This basically means that whatever is accepted by the subconscious will be taken as fact. Your subconscious can't tell the difference between a dream, an imaginal act, and an event that really did happen. It can't differentiate between those. That is one of the functions of your conscious mind. Your conscious mind will act as the gatekeeper because that is the one that's tied to your personal identity. That's the one that's tied to your beliefs. That's the one that's tied to the way that you think, your assumptions. So anytime that there's a thought that doesn't align with those, it's supposed to be guarded out by the conscious mind. And this is how we end up in patterns and habitual acts for repeat. This is how we tend to get ourselves into cycles that are very hard to break. It's right here, your subconscious mind's programs that were accepted by your conscious. So why is it important to know about these minds, and why is it important when it comes to manifesting? Well, your subconscious mind is the mind that creates your reality. And this is probably the hardest pill for a lot of people to swallow when they're new to this, but your subconscious mind is the mind that creates your 3D world, your outside reality. We don't know and understand exactly how it does this, but what I have discovered time and time again, and so have countless other people, and this is what Neville really pushed, was that your subconscious, whatever is pressed onto your subconscious mind, will appear in your 3D reality. The best way that I like to describe the subconscious mind is think of it akin to a tape player. A tape player is not objective. A tape player is not going to reject anything that you try to record onto it. It's just going to record what you put on it and then play it back. That's it. That's literally its job. That's its function. And that's the same with your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is akin to a tape player, a computer. It serves one function, and that is to take whatever is programmed on it and refract it. This is also the mind that you use to breathe and your everyday functions that you don't consciously have to think about. You just naturally do it, or you would die. So here's how the two minds work together to create your reality. And this is the kicker. This is the meat. This is the everything to understand. How your two minds work to create your reality, because they are a duality. They go together to create everything that is around you. Your subconscious mind is the one that refracts, yes, but your conscious mind is the one that you use to impress onto the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind generates the ideas and impresses these ideas onto the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind receives these ideas and gives form and expression to them, aka your reality. So again, your conscious mind generates the ideas and impresses them onto the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind receives these ideas and gives them form and expression through your outside world. And in a way that we don't know how it works, and it's not our job to know how it works, but in a way that we don't understand, your subconscious mind will refract those ideas into your reality, and that's how you manifest. See, you're manifesting all the time, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. You always have been, you always will be. This is just a way for us to understand and deliberately create what we want. So to deliberately manifest and to deliberately create the life that we want, the most important thing to understand that since the subconscious mind accepts what the conscious mind believes to be true, all of this comes down to, if you can control what is put into your subconscious, what is impressed into your subconscious, you will be able to refract out there whatever it is that you actually want to have in your 3D world. Now, how do we do this? How do we impress the subconscious mind? Well, Neville says it's through our imagination. Through our imagination, we can create the reality that we want, and that is how we manifest. So diving in a little bit deeper, I want to go into how these ideas are expressed. Ideas are expressed to the subconscious mind through the medium of feeling. And once impressed, these feelings will begin to take form in the 3D tangible world. That being said, it's really important to be consciously aware of your feelings and your assumptions and what Neville refers to as your state of being. And we're going to go into that a bit more into the next videos, why states are super important and how to transfer between different states of being. But understand that once the feeling is impressed onto the subconscious mind, it begins to take root and take form. But it is important to try not to dwell in the imperfections of your current state or what you don't want. You don't want to dwell on anything that contradicts your desires. And I'm going to show in later videos how to go about doing that and easier ways to doing it, because people who are new to Neville's teachings and people who are new to the world of manifesting in general tend to have a very hard time with the concepts and how incredibly simple they are. They are so simple, but it does take some careful observing and conscious awareness of what you're putting into your subconscious mind, because your conscious brain is always impressing and implanting into your subconscious. So which of our feelings then are expressed? If we have conflicting feelings throughout the day, which is going to be the one that ultimately manifests? It's going to be the feeling that is the most dominant. Whichever feeling gets the most focused, the most attention, and the most dominantly felt is going to be the one that manifests. An important note from Neville, a quote from Neville that ties this all in: sensation precedes manifestation and is the foundation upon which all manifestation rests. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and the visible world. So another thing that I'd like to note, and another thing that this points to, is that there is no such thing as chance or accident. Nothing happens by coincidence in your world. Subconscious impressions are the thing that creates your reality. Just remember, your subconscious mind is not selective and it's not personal. It's going to accept and impress whichever thought is put onto it. It never alters the accepted belief. It will always accept as true that which is impressed upon it. So that means that all of the events of your life, all the things that have happened, wanted or unwanted, is the result of the subconscious impressions. It's by your own doing, and this is probably the first and most difficult things for people to accept. You have to take responsibility for what happens in your life. And I know that this is a hard pill for some people, but it really comes down to everything that is created in your world was once an impression on your subconscious mind. The last crucial note that I want to make in this video when it comes to how to impress onto your subconscious, how to deliberately manifest, take notes on this one. When you're defining an objective or a desire, you don't want to worry about the how it's going to happen. That's not your circus. Those aren't your monkeys. Don't worry about it. Especially when you're just getting started out, you want to assume the feeling of having whatever it is that you desire and leave the rest to the subconscious mind. Furthermore, you have to be careful of trying to figure out how something is going to manifest and figure out how something is going to work. Or trying to think about all the ways to do it, or think about all the ways that problems can occur. You are impressing that onto your subconscious as well. So if you are desiring something and you're spinning your wheels as to how you're going to get this thing, and you're thinking of all these things that could go wrong, then they're all going to go wrong. Everything that's impressed on the subconscious will refract. So if you think that your desire is difficult to obtain, that's the experience you're going to have. You're going to have a hard time obtaining your desire because you're thinking about how difficult it is and how the odds are stacked against you and all of these other things. So right off the bat, last thing I want to really push on you guys before I end this video is that don't worry about the hows and the odds and all of the things that, even if it looks like there's the world fighting against you and all the different ways it can go wrong, don't focus on that, because that will just impress as well. A lot of the times I see people getting hung up on their manifestations because they're thinking about all the different scenarios and all the different ways that things could happen, and they're wondering if they're doing it right, and they're saying that it's so hard to do this and it's going to be impossible to pull this off. You're putting all of that under your subconscious, and with that, it's going to be true. You're going to find that it's going to be extremely difficult if those are the thoughts that are going into your subconscious mind. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this video. I felt it extremely necessary to really understand and dive into the mind and how we use it to manifest. If you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon below so that way you are updated every time I put out new content. I am a brand new YouTube channel, but I have been doing this for a very long time. And if you are interested in getting more resources and more information, my blog, my coaching website, I have all that information in the description box below. So check it out. I've also included some of Neville's lectures and ebooks that are online for free. If you have not yet read Neville Goddard's work, I strongly encourage you to do so. I'll have that information also in the description box below. And if you have any questions for me or anything that you would like me to talk about in future videos, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I love to go into more details, and this is something that I am very passionate about. This is something that is truly important to me, is getting these messages out there and getting these truths out there, because I know that the internet is saturated with a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you, just try it. Just try the techniques that you will learn in these videos. And again, this video is going to be included in a playlist that I call the Manifestation Fundamentals. So if you are interested in learning the bottom line foundation of how to manifest, check that playlist out. I will also have it linked in the description below. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And until next time, happy manifesting.